I roll into Pine Hollow with a truck full of boxes and a head full of dreams. New start, new digs, a squat little bungalow with a sagging porch and a vibe that says, fixer-upper with heart. The air's thick with pine sap and promise, kids. Making lazy loops, lawns clipped like they're posing for a postcard. I'm unloading, sweat stinging my eyes, radio crackling Johnny Cash. When she appears, a storm in floral capris. Karen. She's all pinched lips and hawk eyes. Clipboard, clutched like a battle axe, marching across my patchy grass like she's the queen of this cul-de-sac. You're new, she declares. Not a question, her voice a nasal whip crack. I'm Karen, welcome, I suppose, but let's get some things straight. Before I can blink, she's off. Target locked, petty complaints raining like buckshot. Your lawn's a disgrace, 2 inches over regulation, and patchy? Unacceptable, she snaps, jabbing her pen at the clumps I haven't even had time to mow. I'm mid-haul, a lamp teetering in my arms, but she's circling, relentless. Those trash cans, blue lids, hideous. They clash with the aesthetic, swap. And by Friday, or I'll report you. Report me? I'm half laughing, half dumbfounded, but she's not done. And that porch light, yellow bulb. It's blinding me 3 houses down. Fix it or I'll escalate. Her clipboard's a flurry, scribbles, checks, a tally of my sins, and I'm standing there jaw slack as she spins off, heels clicking like a war drum. I'm barely unpacked, boxes spilling chaos, when the doorbell screeches. Karen again, now with a neon flyer. Pine Hollow standards, read and comply. She's back the next day, peering over my fence, hollering, "Your dog barked twice, noise violation," even though I don't own a damn dog. By day 3, she's got a measuring tape out, squinting at my mailbox, half an inch too tall. And I'm catching whiffs of her game from old Gus next door. She's the self-crowned tyrant, he rasps, spitting tobacco into his roses. Controls everything. Fines, guilt trips, ran the last guy out over a birdhouse. Watch your back, kid. I'm staring at my scruffy lawn, trash cans gleaming blue, that yellow light buzzing defiance, and it's sinking in. Karen's not just a nuisance. She's a one-woman siege, and I'm her fresh meat. I'm kicking a box inside, dusk painting the street gold, and she's already circling again, clipboarding my every move, a vulture in pastels. This ain't a welcome. It's a war declaration, petty as hell but sharp as thorns. I came for peace, but Karen's lit a fuse, and I'm itching to shove her rules where the sun don't shine. Let's see who bends first. The bungalow's walls still humming with new house creaks when the mailbox clanks, a sound that's starting to feel like a guillotine dropping. It's been a week of Karen's reign. Her clipboard raids on my overgrown lawn, my clashing blue trash cans, that blinding yellow porch light, and I'm already dreaming of booby-trapping the yard with glitter bombs just to see her squawk. I shuffle out barefoot, expecting another of her neon flyers. Mow or else. But what flops into my hands is heavier, official, a crisp envelope with Pine Hollow HOA stamped in smug serif. My gut twists before I even tear it open. This ain't a warning, it's a gut shot. The letter's a masterpiece of cold-blooded nonsense. Dear resident, your property at 17 Oak Lane violates neighborhood standards, lawn maintenance, exterior decor, lighting infractions. You are hereby requested to vacate within 30 days. Failure to comply will result in foreclosure proceedings initiated by the HOA. I read it twice, words blurring. Vacate, foreclose, and I'm laughing. A sharp, jagged sound, 'cause this can't be real. I own this place, mortgage signed, keys mine, not some HOA overlord's dollhouse to repossess. Karen's petty gripes, 2 inches of grass, a yellow bulb, now a death sentence on my home. I'm pacing the porch, letter flapping like a war flag, her pastel silhouette flashing in my mind, clipboarding me out of existence. I storm to old Gus next door, his rocker creaking as he spits tobacco into a tin can. They can't do this, right? I thrust the letter at him, voice tight. He squints, grunts. Karen's HOA. Bunch of jackals. Did this to the Wilsons, find them till they cracked, claimed eminent domain nonsense. She's got claws, kid, and you're bleeding. My head's spinning. Eminent domain. For a lawn. And I'm picturing her smug lips curling as she penned this. Her tyranny escalating from nitpicks to eviction, like a dictator drunk on power. The foreclosure threats a sledgehammer. Lose my home, my fresh start, over her insane standards? I'm not just mad, I'm feral, the kind of rage that sharpens your edges. I'm back inside, letter crumpled in my fist, the yellow porch light buzzing defiance overhead. Karen's not just targeting me, she's swinging for my roots, trying to uproot me with a pen and a lie. Gus's warning echoes, Wilson's gone, me next, and I'm not folding. This ain't about grass or trash cans. It's war, unjust and unhinged, and I'm digging in. She wants me out. She'll have to drag me, kicking and screaming, 'cause I'm not running from her clipboard kingdom. I'm fighting back. The HOA's eviction letter, a 30-day boot with a foreclosure chaser, mocking me from the scratched oak, my blood still simmering from Karen's clipboard crusade. Lawn too long, trash cans too blue, porch light too yellow. Now she's gunning to steal my bungalow, my fresh start, like some suburban warlord. I'm not sleeping, just stewing, when old Gus hobbles over with a glint in his eye and a yellowed folder under his arm. Found something in my attic, deeds from '89, he rasps, tobacco spit pinging his can. You're gonna love this, kid. I snatch it, papers crinkling, and dive in. Property records, tax stubs, a tangled web of Pine Hollow's past. And then it hits me, a lightning bolt through the haze. I'm not just a homeowner, I'm Karen's landlord. The deed's a gold mine, 17 Oak Lane's mine, sure, but so's 14 Oak Lane, the prim colonial 3 doors down where Karen's been lording it up, her pastel capris swishing as she terrorizes me. My great-uncle Ted, crotchety old coot I barely knew, left me both in his will, a double whammy I didn't clock till now. She's a tenant, month to month, no lease, squatting in my house, while I've been scrambling to fix my lawn to her liking. I'm laughing, a jagged, triumphant bark, flipping through receipts. Her rent checks, measly $600, mailed to a P.O. box I never checked till today. She's been paying me to live there, all while threatening to foreclose my home with her HOA puppet show. The irony's so thick I could choke on it. I'm pacing the porch, yellow light buzzing like a victory anthem, the letter in one hand, the deed in the other. Karen's not just a tyrant, she's a fraud, a tenant with no leg to stand on. I've got the power to evict her. 30 days. No. Mercy, right back in her smug face. And I'm savoring it, picturing her clipboard clattering as I shove the notice under her nose. Gus cackles, "She's been playing queen in your castle, kid. Flip the throne." My mind's racing, her petty complaints, her unjust eviction, all built on a lie I've just cracked wide open. I own her world, and she doesn't even know it yet. I'm grinning, dusk painting the street in shadows, the colonial's curtains twitching. Karen's probably plotting her next nag. But now, I'm the landlord, the real king of this turf, and she's a squatter in my empire. This ain't just defense, it's a counterstrike, a chance to turn her game inside out. She wants me gone, I'll flip it, evict her, and watch her tyranny crumble under the weight of her own bluff. The deed to 14 Oak Lane, Karen's colonial, burning a hole in my pocket. My eviction letter from her HOA, now a crumpled relic of her overreach. It's mid-morning, sun glinting off her pristine shutters, and I'm armed with a termination. Order I typed up at 3 a.m. 30 days to vacate, no extensions, signed with a flourish that feels like a middle finger. I own her house, her perch, her whole damn kingdom, and after her lawn rants, trash can tirades, and that foreclosure threat on my bungalow, I'm done playing prey. The porch light, my yellow rebel, winks behind me as I bang on her door. Knuckles. Loud, heart-pounding with a mix of fury and glee. She swings it open, floral capris pristine, clipboard poised like a shield, then freezes, hawk eyes narrowing as I shove the order into her hands. Karen, I say, voice steady but laced with venom, you're done. I own this place, 14 Oak Lane, your little tyrant's nest. Great Uncle Ted's gift, my name on the deed. You're a tenant, month to month, and I'm terminating you, 30. Days to pack your crap and go. Her jaw drops, clipboard trembling, and I lean in, grinning like a wolf. But I'm generous. 2 options. Ditch your HOA throne, kill that eviction nonsense against me, or you're out now. Pick fast. She's a statue, paper rustling in her grip, then explodes, panic cracking her smug shell. You can't do this, she screeches, voice hitting a pitch that could shatter glass, cheeks flaming red. I've lived here 10 years. I run this neighborhood. She's flailing, pacing her porch, the order flapping like a wounded bird. This is my home, my rules. I cut her off, calm but cold. Not your home, mine. Rent checks to my P.O. box, $600 cheap for. A queen, huh? You've got no lease, no power, except what I let you keep. Step down, or you're homeless by sundown. Her eyes dart. Neighbors peeking, old Gus smirking from his rocker, and she's unraveling, a dictator dethroned mid-rant. This is blackmail, she sputters, but it's weak, her clipboard clattering to the boards. I'm standing tall, dusk creeping in, watching her squirm, panics her new crown, and it fits ugly. She's got my ultimatum, surrender her HOA, grip, undo her unjust war on my bungalow, or I'll boot her from my property faster than she can say standards. Her reign's teetering, and I'm the wrecking ball, lawn, trash cans, porch light be damned. This ain't just a counterattack. It's checkmate, and I'm savoring every twitch of her downfall. The yellow light buzzing triumphantly overhead, savoring the echo of Karen's panic when I slapped her with that termination order. 30 days to vacate my colonial at 14 Oak Lane or ditch her HOA crown. Her meltdown's still fresh. Clipboards, clattering, her screech of "you can't do this," ringing like a sour bell. And I'm thinking she might actually fold, slink off with her floral capris in a twist. Then the mailbox rattles, a crisp envelope sliding out like a snake's. Hiss, and I'm grinning before I even rip it open. Karen's not down. She's clawing back, and it's gloriously dumb. The letters pure HOA bluster. Typed in that smug serif, resident of 17 Oak Lane, your illegal eviction attempt against a valued member violates Pine Hollow standards. Cease immediately or face fines, legal action, and community sanctions, HOA board. I'm laughing, a sharp bark that spooks the stray cat eyeballing my trash cans. Karen's doubled down, weaponizing her paper throne, claiming my landlord rights are illegal under her backyard empire. She's blind, swinging at me with bylaws, not grasping that her HOA's a toothless mutt against state rental laws. I own her house, deed ironclad, her rent checks cashed, and she's a tenant, not a queen, no matter how loud she squawks. I'm flipping the letter over, spotting her scrawl at the bottom. K. Withers, President, and picturing her hunched at her colonial's kitchen table, plotting this flimsy jab while her world teeters. Old Gus shuffles up, peering over. My shoulder, tobacco spit pinging his can. She's daft. HOA can't touch landlord law, he rasps, cackling. State says you can boot her, no fuss. She's bluffing with hot air. I nod, adrenaline buzzing. Karen's fighting back. All right, but it's a misfire. A desperate lunge from a cornered rat who doesn't know she's already sunk. Her fines and sanctions are confetti. I've got the deed, the law, and her panic on my side. I'm leaning on the railing, dusk smudging the sky, her colonial's lights flickering 3 doors down. Probably her pacing, drafting. More threats. She's not accepting the truth. I'm her landlord, her reign's a sham. But this HOA flex, it's a flailing fist at a brick wall. I'm itching to fire back, shove her own ignorance down her throat, 'cause this ain't just a fight, it's a lesson. And Karen's about to flunk hard. The HOA's latest letter, Karen's illegal eviction tantrum, crumpled beside a cooling coffee mug, her threats of fines and sanctions buzzing like a gnat I'm dying to swat. She's swinging her clipboard kingdom at me, blind to the did proving I own her colonial at 14 Oak Lane, her tenancy dangling by my mercy. I'm not just sitting pretty, I'm striking back, pen slashing across paper as I draft a reply that's half eviction notice, half Molotov cocktail. The yellow porch light hums outside, my war drum. As I turn her game upside down with a legal jab she won't see coming. The letter's tight, no fluff. Karen Withers, tenant at 14 Oak Lane. Your rent's been paid to me, your landlord, for years. Deeds mine, state law's clear. Termination's legal, 30 days stand. Your HOA's got no jurisdiction, zip, over my rental rights. That violation nonsense? Toothless. Keep interfering, and I'm filing a harassment suit, HOA board included. Faster than you can say standards. Back off, or I'll see you in court. I sign it with a flourish, my name a blade, and staple the deed copy, her rent stubs, a printout of state tenant law, each page a brick in the wall I'm slamming down. Old Gus peeks in, cackling through tobacco-stained teeth. That'll make her pucker. And I'm grinning, sealing the envelope with a lick that tastes like victory. I march it to her mailbox at dawn, her colonial still dark, curtains, twitching like she's plotting behind them. The HOA's her shield, but I've turned it into a target. Harassment's no idle threat. I've got a lawyer cousin itching to shred her bylaws into confetti. She's a tenant, not a titan, and I'm the landlord flipping her power trip into a panic spiral. Her letter tried to scare me out of my bungalow, foreclosure, eviction, all her petty crap. But now, I'm the one with the whip hand, daring her to swing again so I can bury her in legalese and her own arrogance. I'm back on my porch, sun creeping up, the neighborhood waking slow, kids biking, Gus spitting into his roses. Karen's HOA flex was a misstep, a desperate grab at control she doesn't have, and my counter's a sledgehammer, legal, sharp, unstoppable. She's got my warning now. Step off, or I'll sue her little empire into dust. I'm not just defending, I'm attacking, turning her tables till they splinter, and damn, it feels good. The afternoon sun slanting through the blinds, casting jail bar shadows across the floor where my legal counter to Karen, tenant termination, harassment lawsuit threat, sits smugly on the coffee table, mailed off like a grenade with the pin, pulled. Her HOA's illegal eviction letters a fading echo. Her power crumbling under the weight of my deed to 14 Oak Lane and state law I've got locked tight. I'm sipping a beer, the yellow porch light buzzing its victory hum outside, thinking maybe she's finally backed off, clipboards holstered, capris in retreat. Then a knock thuds on the door, heavy and sharp, snapping me upright, beer sloshing cold on my hand. I swing it open and my gut lurches. 2 cops loom there, badges glinting, faces carved from stone. The taller one, grizzled with a mustache. Like a wire brush, steps forward, voice flat. You the owner of 17 Oak Lane? I nod, slow, mind racing. Karen's HOA stunt? A neighbor's gripe? And he holds up a clipped stack of papers. Got a complaint. Interference with property rights, harassment, unlawful eviction attempt. Says here you're causing trouble. My laugh's a jagged bark. Me, the trouble? And I'm snatching my deed copy off the table, thrusting it at him. Check this, I own 14 Oak too. Karen Withers, my tenant. Her HOA's the one harassing me, tried to foreclose my own damn house. Mustache flips through, eyebrows twitching, while his partner, a stocky guy with a buzz cut, peers past me like I'm hiding a meth lab under the couch. She called us, Buzzcut grunts, claims you're intimidating her, forcing her out illegally. HOA backs her up. I'm seething, pointing to my letter on the table. Legal termination, state law, all there. She's the one swinging fake rules. I warned her I'd sue if she kept it up. Mustache squints, reading my counterattack, then mutters, "This ain't our lane, civil mess, not criminal." But Buzzcut's radio crackles. Karen's voice shrill through static. "He's dangerous! Do something!" I'm picturing her 3 doors down, capris quaking, dialing 911 to twist this back on me. Tensions choking the room, cops caught between her sob story and my ironclad truth, my bungalow a battlefield. Look, I snap. I've got proof she's a tenant, not a victim. HOA's got no teeth here, check the law. Mustache nods, slow, handing back my deed. We're not arresting, civil dispute, take it to court, but she's loud, keep it clean, or we're back. They turn, boots thudding off, leaving me gripping the doorframe, beer warm in my fist. Karen's escalated, cops at my door playing damsel to dodge eviction, and I'm not just fighting now. I'm cornered, tension peaking as her desperation. Claws at me. This ain't over. She's swinging wild and I'm ready to hit harder. The cops' boot prints still fresh on the porch. Their civil dispute shrug ringing hollow as Karen's shrill, "He's dangerous," fades from Buzzcut's radio. My bungalow's a fortress under siege. Her HOA letter tried to evict me. Her tenant status flipped that on her. And now she's sicked the police on me, spinning lies to dodge the 30-day boot I slapped on her at 14 Oak Lane. I'm gripping my deed, my legal counter, termination order, harassment suit threat, fury, boiling over as dusk paints the street in bruises. She's not just fighting back, she's flailing, a cornered beast, and I'm done letting her claw at me. Time to end this, hard. I storm inside, grab my phone, and dial my cousin Eddie, ex-Marine turned lawyer, voice like gravel over steel. "Eddie, she's gone nuts. Cops just left, she's claiming I'm the bad guy. I need her out now." He's laughing, low and mean. "Give me 24 hours. Her HOA's toast, and she's gone." I'm pacing, yellow porch light buzzing defiance. As he digs into state law, tenant rights, HOA limits, harassment statutes, building a case tighter than a drum. By morning, he's got it. An emergency eviction filing, a restraining order draft, and a countersuit for defamation and emotional distress, all pinned to her rent stubs, my deed, and that HOA letter she thought would bury me. "She's overplayed," Eddie growls. "Court'll eat her alive." I'm at the courthouse by noon, papers filed, adrenaline humming, Karen's colonial 3 doors down, her clipboard kingdom about to crack. The judge, a wiry woman with zero patience, calls it fast. "Ms. Withers, you're a tenant, not an owner. HOA's got no say, eviction's legal, 30 days upheld. Police call baseless, harassment noted." Karen's there, Capri quaking, stammering, "But the standards, my authority." And the judge cuts her off, sharp, "You've got none. Interfere again, it's contempt." My restraining order's granted, 50 yards, no contact, and the countersuit's greenlit, damages pending. She's pale, clipboard limp as I walk out, Eddie smirking. She's cooked. Word spreads like wildfire, old Gus spitting tobacco and cheering, neighbors peeking from curtains, whispering as Karen's colonial goes dark that night. She's packing, I hear, boxes stacking, capris in a heap, her HOA cronies scattering, no fines left to wield. By week's end, a for rent signs up at 14 Oak, my sign, my rules, and I'm screening tenants, picking a quiet retiree who hates clipboards as much as I do. My bungalow's safe, lawn patchy but mine, trash cans blue as ever, yellow, light blazing. Karen's gone. Rumor says she's sulking in an apartment downtown, HOA disbanded after her fall, Pine Hollow breathing free. I'm kicking back on my porch, beer cold, dusk settling soft, Gus rocking next door, kids biking lazy loops. Her petty war, lawn gripes, trash can rants, that foreclosure bluff crumbled when I flipped her tenant truth back at her. Cops at my door were her last gasp, but I turned it legal, relentless, and watched her crash. This wasn't just a win, it's a damn liberation, a tyrant dethroned by the guy she thought she'd break. Pine Hollow's mine again, and I'm grinning. Knowing I didn't just survive Karen, I burned her reign to ash.